What if I told you that within the next 200 years, humanity could not only reach the nearest star system, but could also encounter forms of life that challenge everything we believe about our own existence? Imagine staring into the sky tonight and realizing that the light from Alpha Centauri isn't just a distant beacon, but a future where we might discover alien civilizations, new technologies, and even the answers to the fundamental questions of our own origins. How would that change your perspective on life here on Earth? As we embark on this journey to Alpha Centauri by 2200, let's explore what it truly means to reach for the stars, and what we might find waiting for us there. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive into the challenges we face when it comes to interstellar travel. First off, let's talk about the distance. Alpha Centauri is over 4.3 light-years away. Just to put that in perspective, if we could travel at the speed of light, it would take us a little over 4 years to get there. But of course, we're nowhere near that speed. Our fastest spacecraft to date, the Parker Solar Probe, can reach about 430,000 miles per hour, which sounds impressive until you realize that it would still take us around 6,700 years to reach Alpha Centauri. So what does this mean for our dreams of exploring other star systems? One of the biggest hurdles is the physics of propulsion. The technology we currently rely on, like chemical rockets, simply isn't fast enough for interstellar journeys. We're talking about speeds that are a fraction of the speed of light. To get around this, scientists and engineers are proposing some mind-bending ideas. For instance, some concepts involve using nuclear thermal rockets, or even harnessing the power of light sails, which could potentially accelerate a spacecraft to a significant percentage of the speed of light. It's exciting stuff, but we still have a long way to go. Then there's the matter of time. Imagine being on a spaceship for decades, even centuries. The implications of long-duration space travel are profound, not just for the technology involved, but for the human psyche. How do we maintain mental health and social dynamics among a small crew for such a long period? And what about communication? With the vast distances involved, sending and receiving messages could take years. How would you cope with the isolation? These are questions we need to ponder as we look forward to this incredible journey to Alpha Centauri. Now that we've unpacked some of the challenges, let's shift our focus to the vision for interstellar travel. It's important to remember that while the obstacles may seem daunting, there are brilliant minds and innovative organizations dedicated to making the journey to Alpha Centauri a reality. The vision is not just about reaching another star, it's about expanding our understanding of the universe and our place within it. One of the most exciting initiatives currently in the works is Breakthrough Starshot. This project aims to send tiny spacecraft, equipped with light sails, to Alpha Centauri at unprecedented speeds, up to 20% of the speed of light. Imagine hundreds of these small, unmanned probes launched from Earth, using powerful lasers to propel them through space. They could reach Alpha Centauri in just over 20 years. That's a game changer. While we may not be sending humans just yet, the data collected from these missions could provide invaluable insights into the star system and inform future crewed missions. But this ambitious vision goes beyond technology and research. It's also about global collaboration. Just think about it. Getting to another star is a monumental task that no single country can accomplish alone. It requires a concerted effort from scientists, engineers, and thinkers worldwide. This is an opportunity for humanity to unite in pursuit of a common goal, transcending borders and political differences. When we look up at the night sky, we realize that we are all part of the same cosmic journey. As we embark on this quest, it's essential to consider what it means for us as a species. What drives our desire to explore the stars? Is it curiosity, the search for new frontiers, or perhaps the hope of finding a new home? Each of us has a unique perspective on why we seek to venture into the unknown, and understanding these motivations can shape the very fabric of our interstellar aspirations. Alright, let's delve into the heart of interstellar travel propulsion technologies. As we've established, getting to Alpha Centauri is no small feat, and the key to making it happen lies in our ability to develop faster and more efficient ways to travel through space. Right now, our conventional rockets are great for reaching destinations within our solar system, but they simply don't cut it for interstellar distances. So what are some of the groundbreaking technologies that could potentially change the game? First up is nuclear thermal propulsion. This technology uses nuclear reactions to heat a propellant, like hydrogen, before expelling it through a nozzle, which produces thrust. Compared to traditional chemical rockets, nuclear thermal rockets can offer significantly higher efficiency and power. NASA has been exploring this technology for years, and while we're still in the testing phase, the potential for this type of propulsion is exciting. If we could implement nuclear thermal propulsion for an interstellar mission, it could drastically reduce travel time, allowing us to reach our destination in a matter of decades rather than centuries. Next, let's talk about ion propulsion. This is a technology that uses electric fields to accelerate ions, generating thrust. It may sound like science fiction, but we've already successfully tested ion propulsion systems in space, like on NASA's Dawn spacecraft. The beauty of ion propulsion lies in its efficiency. It can operate for long periods, gradually building up speed over time. Imagine a spacecraft slowly but steadily picking up speed, inching closer to a significant fraction of the speed of light. While it won't get us there overnight, it could offer a sustainable option for deep space exploration. But what if I told you there's a concept that sounds almost too good to be true? Enter antimatter propulsion. Antimatter is the opposite of regular matter, and when these two collide, they annihilate each other, releasing a tremendous amount of energy. In theory, if we could produce and store enough antimatter, it could provide the energy needed to propel a spacecraft at incredible speeds. However, the challenges here are monumental. Producing antimatter is currently incredibly expensive and inefficient. But the idea of harnessing such a powerful energy source opens up a world of possibilities for interstellar travel. And then there's the concept of light sails, like those proposed in the Breakthrough Starshot initiative. Picture this, a spacecraft equipped with a large reflective sail that catches the energy from powerful lasers directed from Earth. This could allow the spacecraft to accelerate rapidly, reaching speeds that conventional methods can't achieve. It's a collaborative vision. Researchers, engineers, and astronomers working together to make this dream a reality. The idea might sound abstract now, but it's a testament to human ingenuity and the spirit of exploration. As we explore these advancements, it's also worth mentioning the challenges we face in developing and deploying these technologies. Each approach comes with its own set of engineering hurdles and safety concerns. For instance, how do we manage the extreme conditions of space travel for years on end? How do we ensure the safety of crewed missions? These are critical questions that engineers and scientists are tackling head-on. Ultimately, the advancement of propulsion technologies is not just about reaching Alpha Centauri. It's about transforming our entire understanding of space travel. Every breakthrough brings us one step closer to turning science fiction into science fact, and it fuels our collective imagination about what lies beyond our home planet. The dream of interstellar travel may seem far off, but with each innovation, we move closer to unlocking the mysteries of the universe, and perhaps even discovering new worlds waiting for us to explore. Now that we've explored the exciting advancements in propulsion technologies, let's talk about a game-changing element that will play a pivotal role in our journey to Alpha Centauri artificial intelligence, or AI. As we look to the stars, the integration of AI into our space missions is not just an option, it's becoming a necessity. Imagine a scenario where a spacecraft is hurtling through the vastness of space at incredible speeds. The human crew, possibly thousands of miles away from Earth, needs to rely on an intelligent system that can make real-time decisions and manage the ship's operations. That's where AI comes in. It can help navigate the spacecraft, monitor systems, and even troubleshoot potential issues without needing constant communication with mission control back home. With the delay in communication, due to the sheer distance, it could take years for messages to travel back and forth. So, having an autonomous AI on board would ensure that the crew can respond to emergencies effectively and maintain the health of the ship. AI can also play a crucial role in data analysis during the journey. Picture this, as the spacecraft approaches Alpha Centauri, it collects vast amounts of data about the star system, its planets, and any potential signs of life. An onboard AI can sift through this information, identifying patterns and anomalies that human scientists might miss. It's like having a super smart assistant that can help researchers make discoveries in real time. This capability would not only enhance our understanding of what we encounter, but also ensure that critical data is prioritized for further analysis once the crew returns to Earth. But let's not forget about the human element. Long-duration space travel can take a significant psychological toll on astronauts. Being isolated in a confined space for years can lead to stress, anxiety, and interpersonal conflicts. Here, AI can serve as a valuable companion. Imagine an AI programmed to engage with crew members, provide emotional support, and even facilitate communication among the team. This kind of interaction could help maintain morale and provide a semblance of normalcy during the arduous journey. We also have to consider how AI will assist in scientific research. Once we arrive at Alpha Centauri and begin exploring, AI can manage rovers and drones, conducting experiments and gathering data autonomously. These systems can operate in environments that may be challenging or dangerous for humans. They could conduct preliminary analyses of planetary atmospheres, surface conditions, and potential habitats for life. By sending AI-driven machines ahead of human explorers, we could gather vital information that informs our next steps, ensuring a safer and more efficient exploration. Of course, while the potential benefits of AI are immense, there are also ethical considerations. How do we ensure that AI operates safely and aligns with human values? What happens if an AI system makes a critical decision during a crisis? These are questions we'll need to grapple with as we develop and deploy these technologies. Establishing clear protocols and safeguards will be crucial to maintaining control over AI systems and ensuring that they enhance human capabilities rather than replace them. Now that we've discussed the role of artificial intelligence in our journey to Alpha Centauri, let's shift our focus to one of the most critical aspects of any interstellar mission life support systems. When we talk about long-duration space travel, we aren't just referring to the technology that propels us through the void, we're also talking about creating a livable environment for the crew over potentially many years. First and foremost, let's consider the basics: air, water, and food. These elements are essential for human survival, and in the context of a multi-year mission, ensuring a sustainable supply is a monumental challenge. The air we breathe will need to be recycled and maintained. Fortunately, we have existing technologies such as the advanced life support systems used on the International Space Station. These systems recycle carbon dioxide into oxygen, allowing astronauts to breathe without needing to constantly resupply. However, scaling this technology up for a long journey to Alpha Centauri will require significant advancements and improvements in efficiency. Water is another critical component. While we can recycle urine and wastewater to reclaim water, the challenge lies in the initial supply and ongoing filtration. Imagine a closed-loop system where every drop is accounted for. Engineers are working on advanced filtration and purification techniques that can ensure a continuous clean water supply. It's a bit like having a high-tech water fountain that just keeps going. Not only does it reduce the weight of the spacecraft by limiting the need for water storage, but it also means that astronauts can focus on their mission rather than worrying about running out of this vital resource. Packing enough provisions for a years-long mission is impractical, so we need to explore sustainable farming techniques in space. Researchers are already experimenting with growing plants in controlled environments, using hydroponics and aeroponics. This approach could provide fresh food for astronauts and contribute to air and water purification. Imagine astronauts tending to a small greenhouse aboard their spacecraft, cultivating crops that not only nourish their bodies but also support the life support systems in a closed loop. It's a fascinating intersection of agriculture and space travel that could redefine how we think about food in extreme environments. However, life support systems aren't just about survival, they're also about maintaining crew morale. Long-duration missions can lead to isolation, stress, and mental fatigue. This is where the design of living quarters and common areas becomes essential. Think about it. If you're confined to a small space for years, Having an environment that feels comfortable and stimulating is crucial. That means incorporating elements of nature such as plants or even digital projections of natural landscapes to help create a sense of normalcy and connection to Earth. Spaces designed for relaxation, exercise, and social interaction can help mitigate the psychological effects of extended isolation. Additionally, we need to consider the health and medical aspects of long-duration travel. With a small crew far from Earth, we must ensure they have access to medical support. This might mean equipping the spacecraft with advanced diagnostic tools and telemedicine capabilities, allowing crew members to diagnose and treat medical issues on board. It's also essential to develop protocols for managing potential health crises, from minor injuries to more severe conditions that could arise during the journey. Now that we've explored the critical components of life support systems, let's dive into the exciting world of designing the Starship itself. Building a spacecraft capable of carrying humans to Alpha Centauri is not just about making it fly, it's about creating a self-sustaining environment that can support life for an extended period while ensuring the safety and comfort of its crew. First, let's talk about the structure of the ship. The materials we use will play a crucial role in protecting astronauts from the harsh conditions of space. We'll need to consider everything from cosmic radiation to micrometeoroids, which can be deadly if a spacecraft is not adequately shielded. Scientists are exploring advanced materials that could help mitigate these risks. For instance, a combination of lightweight metals and radiation-absorbing materials might provide the necessary protection while keeping the spacecraft's mass manageable. Incorporating a rotating habitat is another innovative design idea gaining traction. This concept mimics gravity through centrifugal force, providing astronauts with a more Earth-like environment. Imagine walking around in a space where you feel grounded rather than floating weightlessly for years. This could significantly help maintain muscle and bone health during long journeys, which is a significant concern for astronauts who often experience muscle atrophy and bone density loss in microgravity. Then there's the layout of the ship itself. We need to consider how astronauts will live and work together in such close quarters for an extended time. The design should include dedicated areas for sleeping, eating, exercising, and recreation. Spaces that encourage social interaction can help foster camaraderie among the crew, which is essential for maintaining mental health. Visualizing a small community within the ship, with designated areas for different activities, can help alleviate the sense of confinement and isolation that might arise during the journey. The ship's control center will also be a focal point. This is where the crew will manage navigation, monitor systems, and communicate with Earth. Designing an intuitive interface that allows astronauts to easily access and control the ship's functions is crucial. We can look to advancements in user interface technology, utilizing touchscreens and voice commands to make operating the ship as seamless as possible. After all, when you're out there navigating the stars, the last thing you want is a complicated control panel that requires extensive training to understand. We also need to think about redundancy and safety. In the event of a failure in one part of the system, the ship must have backup systems in place to ensure that the crew remains safe. This could involve multiple life support systems, power sources, and communication arrays to guarantee that no single failure puts the mission at risk. Having these fail-safes built into the design will give the crew peace of mind and allow them to focus on their mission rather than worrying about what happens if something goes wrong. As we design our Starship and work on the technologies that will take us to Alpha Centauri, we must turn our attention to one of the most crucial aspects of interstellar missions, preparing the crew for space travel. Sending humans into the cosmos is not just about technology, it's about ensuring that the individuals aboard are ready, mentally, physically, and emotionally, for the challenges they'll face. First, let's talk about physical preparation. Astronauts undergo rigorous training to ensure they are fit for the demanding environment of space. For a journey to Alpha Centauri, this training will need to be even more intense. Astronauts will likely spend months or even years in specialized fitness programs to build their strength, endurance, and flexibility. They'll need to be in top condition not only to handle the physical stresses of launch and landing, but also to combat the effects of prolonged weightlessness. One promising approach involves developing exercise regimens that simulate conditions on the spacecraft. Astronauts might use advanced exercise machines designed to counteract muscle atrophy and bone loss, issues that can arise during long space missions. Imagine them using resistance training devices that mimic the effects of gravity, allowing them to maintain their physical health throughout the journey. This not only keeps their bodies strong but also boosts their mental well-being, which is crucial during an extended mission. But physical training is just part of the equation. Mental preparation is equally essential. Long-duration space travel can be isolating, and astronauts will need to develop strategies to cope with potential stress and anxiety. Training could include psychological resilience programs, teaching crew members how to handle the unique challenges of life aboard a spacecraft. Techniques like mindfulness, conflict resolution, and team-building exercises can help foster a sense of camaraderie and support among the crew. Imagine practicing these skills through simulations and role-playing exercises, allowing astronauts to build relationships and trust before they ever leave Earth. Another aspect of mental preparation involves dealing with the realities of space. Astronauts will need to be trained to handle emergencies that could arise during their journey. This includes everything from technical failures to medical emergencies. Regular drills and simulations can prepare the crew for these situations, allowing them to practice their responses in a controlled environment. This training helps ensure that when the pressure is on, they can rely on their skills and training to respond effectively. Furthermore, we can't overlook the importance of education and training specific to the mission's goals. Crew members will need to understand the science behind their journey, including knowledge of astrophysics, planetary science, and even the operational specifics of the spacecraft. This ensures that every member of the team is not only prepared for their designated roles, but can also contribute to problem-solving during the mission. Picture a crew working together to analyze data, discuss findings, and make decisions about their next steps. This collaborative approach can be crucial in a high-stress environment. Lastly, let's consider the emotional and social dynamics of the crew. Living and working in close quarters for years can lead to interpersonal challenges. Preparing for this involves not just building skills but also ensuring that the crew has the resources they need to support each other. Regular check-ins and open communication about feelings and stress levels can help maintain a healthy group dynamic. Imagine an environment where crew members are encouraged to share their thoughts and feelings openly, creating a culture of support and understanding. Now that we've discussed how to prepare the crew for the unique challenges of interstellar travel, let's delve into a topic that's often overlooked but critically important: the science of sleep in space. We all know that sleep is essential for our health and well-being, but when you're thousands of miles from home, the complexities of sleeping in a microgravity environment can become a significant concern. First, let's consider what happens to our bodies when we sleep in space. On Earth, gravity helps regulate our circadian rhythms, our internal clocks that signal when it's time to sleep and when to wake up. But in the weightlessness of space, those natural cues are disrupted. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station have reported difficulty adjusting to the absence of a day-night cycle, leading to issues like insomnia or erratic sleep patterns. This can affect not just their mood, but also their cognitive function and overall performance on the mission. To combat these challenges, astronauts on long-duration missions will need effective sleep strategies. One solution might be to implement a structured schedule that mimics the day-night cycle as closely as possible. This could involve creating a simulated environment that includes controlled lighting to signal when it's time to wind down for sleep and when to wake up. Think of using warm, dim lights in the evening to help cue the body for rest, followed by brighter, cooler lights in the morning to promote alertness. This controlled lighting can help regulate melatonin production, the hormone responsible for sleep, making it easier for crew members to fall asleep and stay asleep. Another aspect to consider is the sleeping arrangements on the spacecraft. In microgravity, astronauts can't just lie down in a bed like we do on Earth. Instead, they typically sleep in small sleeping pods or compartments that provide a sense of security and privacy. These pods can be equipped with sleeping bags that can be attached to the wall to prevent floating during sleep. Creating a cozy and comfortable sleeping environment is essential for ensuring that astronauts can get the restorative sleep they need. Finally, let's not forget the importance of aesthetics. While functionality is key, creating a visually pleasing environment can significantly enhance the crew's experience. Incorporating natural light through advanced LED systems or even windows in certain areas can help create a more inviting atmosphere. Personal touches, like allowing crew members to decorate their living quarters, can foster a sense of ownership and comfort on board, turning the Starship into a home rather than just a vehicle. Noise is also a factor that can impact sleep quality in space. The constant hum of machinery and life support systems can create an environment that's, well, less than ideal for rest. Therefore, it will be important to design the sleeping quarters to minimize noise. This could involve soundproofing measures or even providing astronauts with personal white noise machines or earplugs to help drown out disruptive sounds. Moreover, understanding the psychology of sleep is crucial. On long missions, astronauts may experience stress or anxiety, especially when faced with the isolation of space travel. Providing mental health resources and encouraging practices such as relaxation techniques or mindfulness exercises can be beneficial. Imagine a crew member using guided meditation or deep breathing exercises before bed to calm their mind and prepare for sleep. Such practices can promote a sense of well-being and help mitigate the psychological challenges of extended space travel. It's also worth mentioning the potential for technology to assist in sleep management. Researchers are exploring wearable devices that can monitor sleep patterns and provide feedback to astronauts. These devices can help them understand their sleep quality and make necessary adjustments to their routines. By harnessing technology, we can empower crew members to take control of their sleep health, which is vital for their performance and well-being during the mission. The science of sleep in space is a fascinating and complex topic that deserves our attention as we prepare for the journey to Alpha Centauri. Ensuring that astronauts can get adequate, quality sleep is essential for their health, performance, and overall success of the mission. As we explore the cosmos, finding solutions to the challenges of sleeping in microgravity will be vital to supporting the brave individuals venturing into the unknown. After all, well-rested crew members are more likely to make better decisions, solve problems effectively, and maintain positive mental health during their incredible journey. As we continue our journey toward Alpha Centauri, it's essential to pause and reflect on an increasingly significant topic: the ethics of interstellar exploration. While the allure of the stars and the potential for discovery excite our imaginations, we must consider the moral implications of sending humans and technology into the unknown. First and foremost, let's talk about the responsibility we have towards the environments we might encounter. In our quest for knowledge, we must remember that other celestial bodies may harbor ecosystems, whether microbial or complex. The question arises, should we prioritize exploration at the potential cost of these ecosystems? When we send probes to Mars or moons like Europa, we must take care to avoid contamination that could harm native life forms. Imagine a scenario where, in our zeal to explore, we inadvertently introduce Earth-based microorganisms that disrupt an alien biosphere. This is why planetary protection protocols are critical. They help ensure that we conduct our missions in a way that respects and preserves the integrity of these environments. Then there's the matter of the ethical implications of colonization. If we find habitable worlds around Alpha Centauri, what does that mean for those planets? Historically, human colonization on Earth has often led to the exploitation and displacement of indigenous populations. If we were to find other intelligent life forms, how would we approach them? Would we engage in peaceful dialogue and cooperation, or would we impose our will, repeating the mistakes of the past? Establishing a framework for ethical contact with extraterrestrial civilizations is crucial, as we navigate the complexities of diplomacy and respect. Furthermore, we need to consider the implications of using advanced technologies in our exploration efforts. Technologies like artificial intelligence and genetic engineering hold great promise. But they also present ethical dilemmas. For instance, if we develop AI systems to assist with navigation and decision-making, how do we ensure these systems are aligned with human values? What happens if an AI decides to prioritize its own objectives over the crew's safety? Establishing guidelines for the responsible use of AI in space exploration is vital, as is ensuring transparency and accountability in these systems. Another ethical consideration is the mental and emotional well-being of our crew members. Long-duration missions can take a toll on mental health, and it's our responsibility to prepare them not just physically, but also psychologically. This means ensuring that astronauts have access to mental health resources, support systems, and training that equip them to handle the stresses of space travel. They will be ambassadors of humanity in a way, representing us as we venture into the cosmos, and we must ensure they are equipped to face the unique challenges they will encounter. Lastly, we must also grapple with the ethical implications of resource utilization in space. As we look to exploit resources on other planets or asteroids, perhaps mining for rare materials or extracting water for fuel, we need to consider the long-term consequences of these actions. Will our activities lead to the degradation of these environments? How do we balance our technological needs with environmental stewardship? Developing a framework for sustainable practices in space exploration is not only wise, it's essential for ensuring that we leave a positive legacy for future generations of explorers. As we embark on this extraordinary journey to Alpha Centauri, we must approach our exploration with a sense of ethical responsibility. From protecting potential alien ecosystems and engaging with other intelligent life forms, to using technology wisely and considering the mental well-being of our crew, the choices we make will shape the future of humanity in space. Ethical interstellar exploration is not just a philosophical exercise, it's a vital aspect of our journey that will define who we are as a species. By navigating these complexities thoughtfully, we can ensure that our quest for knowledge and adventure is also a quest for respect, understanding, and harmony with the universe around us. As we chart our course toward Alpha Centauri, we can't overlook one of the most powerful forces propelling our journey forward: international collaboration in space exploration. The challenges of venturing into the cosmos are so immense that no single nation can tackle them alone. The spirit of cooperation is not just beneficial, it's essential for our success. Let's start by considering the incredible achievements we've already made through collaboration. The International Space Station stands as a testament to what humanity can accomplish when we work together. It's not just a research facility, it's a symbol of unity. Scientists and astronauts from various countries collaborate on experiments that advance our understanding of life in space and the effects of microgravity. This multinational partnership has led to groundbreaking discoveries, from medical advancements to new technologies. Imagine what we could achieve on a much larger scale, such as a mission to Alpha Centauri, if we built on this collaborative foundation. One of the key benefits of international collaboration is the pooling of resources and expertise. Different countries have unique strengths, whether in engineering, scientific research, or technological innovation. For instance, countries like the United States and Russia have extensive experience in human spaceflight, while nations like Japan and the European Space Agency have made significant strides in robotic exploration and advanced materials science. By combining these strengths, we can design and build spacecraft that are safer, more efficient, and more capable of handling the rigors of interstellar travel. Moreover, international collaboration can foster peace and diplomacy. Space exploration transcends national boundaries and can serve as a unifying force. When nations work together on ambitious projects, it creates a shared sense of purpose and reduces tensions. Consider the potential for countries that may have previously been rivals to come together in the spirit of discovery. This collaboration can extend beyond just governments. It can involve partnerships with private companies, academic institutions, and nonprofit organizations, further broadening the pool of knowledge and resources available to us. Now, while collaboration is powerful, it does come with its challenges. Different nations may have varying priorities, funding models, and political agendas, which can complicate decision-making. We need to find common ground and establish frameworks that facilitate cooperation. This might include international treaties and agreements that outline responsibilities, funding mechanisms, and the sharing of intellectual property. Such frameworks can help ensure that all partners are on the same page and working toward a common goal. Education and public engagement also play a significant role in fostering collaboration. By inspiring the next generation of scientists and engineers from around the world, we can cultivate a shared passion for exploration that transcends borders. Space agencies can collaborate on educational initiatives, share resources, and promote international student exchange programs that allow aspiring space explorers to learn from each other. Imagine a future where a child in one country collaborates with peers from another on a project to design a spacecraft to Alpha Centauri. This kind of engagement could nurture a new generation of global thinkers who see themselves as part of a united human endeavor. Lastly, as we prepare for the journey to Alpha Centauri, we must also consider how international collaboration can influence our approach to the ethical challenges we discussed earlier. Diverse perspectives can lead to more comprehensive ethical frameworks that respect the interests of all parties involved, from the environments we explore to the potential life forms we may encounter. By working together, we can ensure that our exploration is guided by a collective sense of responsibility. International collaboration is not just an option, it's a necessity for the future of space exploration. By pooling resources, fostering peace, and engaging the next generation, we can overcome the immense challenges ahead of us. As we look toward Alpha Centauri, let's embrace the idea that we are not just representatives of our individual nations, but ambassadors of humanity, united in our quest for knowledge and understanding among the stars. As we approach the conclusion of our journey toward Alpha Centauri, it's time to reflect on the bigger picture, the future of humanity beyond Earth. The quest for interstellar exploration isn't just about reaching a distant star, it's about what lies ahead for our species as we expand our horizons into the cosmos. First and foremost, let's consider the implications of becoming an interstellar civilization. For centuries, humanity has gazed at the stars, dreaming of what lies beyond our home planet. The idea of establishing colonies on other planets or moons is no longer just a dream, it's becoming a reality. Imagine a future where humans live not only on Earth but also on Mars, Europa, and perhaps even in the distant reaches of Alpha Centauri. This expansion would not only ensure the survival of our species in the event of a catastrophic event on Earth, but it would also allow us to diversify our experiences and cultures across different worlds. However, expanding into the cosmos raises questions about identity and what it means to be human. As we establish colonies on other planets, will our cultures evolve differently? How will our social structures change? Will we begin to identify more with our planetary home than with Earth? The potential for diverse societies to develop based on the unique conditions of each planet or moon could lead to fascinating new ways of living and interacting. Picture communities on Mars that adapt to its harsh conditions, developing technologies and cultures uniquely suited to their environment. This evolution could lead to a richer tapestry of human experience, but it also calls for reflection on how we maintain connections with our earthly origins. Then there's the idea of stewardship. As we explore and settle other worlds, we carry with us a responsibility to protect those environments. We've discussed the ethical implications of exploration, and it's critical that we approach new worlds with a sense of respect and care. How do we ensure that our activities do not harm ecosystems or disrupt potential native life forms? Developing sustainable practices for resource utilization will be essential. As we expand our civilization beyond Earth, we must learn from our history and work to prevent the mistakes of colonization on Earth. Imagine a future where every new colony is established with an ethical framework that prioritizes environmental stewardship and respects the integrity of the new worlds we inhabit. Let's also explore the potential for technological advancements that will arise from our interstellar endeavors. The challenges of space travel will drive innovation in various fields, from energy production and materials science to life support and propulsion systems. These advancements will not only benefit our interstellar missions, but can also have profound impacts here on Earth. For instance, breakthroughs in energy generation could lead to cleaner, more sustainable technologies that benefit our planet. As we invest in the tools needed for interstellar exploration, we may inadvertently find solutions to pressing issues we face right now. Moreover, expanding into space presents us with opportunities for collaboration and unity. As we become a multiplanetary species, we will need to cooperate on a scale we've never seen before. The challenges of living and thriving on other worlds will require a collective effort, uniting people from all walks of life. This shared endeavor could foster a sense of global community that transcends borders and differences, encouraging collaboration across nations and cultures. Picture a future where individuals from different countries work side by side on Mars to develop sustainable habitats, sharing knowledge and expertise for the betterment of all. Finally, let's consider the role of exploration in shaping our future identity. Venturing into the cosmos ignites our curiosity and drives our desire for knowledge. The quest to reach Alpha Centauri represents the pinnacle of human ambition, pushing us to explore the unknown and understand our place in the universe. As we journey outward, we might gain new perspectives on our existence, prompting profound questions about life, purpose, and our role as stewards of the universe. The future of humanity beyond Earth is an exciting and complex tapestry, woven with opportunities and responsibilities. As we prepare for our journey to Alpha Centauri, we must think deeply about the legacy we want to leave behind. By embracing our role as explorers, innovators, and caretakers, we can ensure that our expansion into the cosmos is not just a quest for survival, but a journey of discovery, unity, and growth for all of humanity. As we draw closer to the end of our exploration of the journey to Alpha Centauri, it's crucial to focus on the preparations needed for such an ambitious mission. This part of our discussion centers on the technological innovations that will enable our journey and the challenges we must overcome along the way. Let's start by envisioning the spacecraft that will take us to Alpha Centauri. This vessel won't be like any spacecraft we have today. It will need to incorporate cutting-edge technologies that allow for long-duration space travel. One of the most promising concepts involves advanced propulsion systems. Traditional chemical rockets won't cut it for a journey that spans over 4 light-years. Instead, we're looking at technologies like nuclear thermal propulsion or even solar sails that harness the power of sunlight to propel the spacecraft. Imagine a vessel equipped with a nuclear engine capable of reaching speeds far greater than our current technology allows, enabling us to make that long journey in a reasonable time frame. Another exciting innovation is the concept of a generation ship. Since the journey to Alpha Centauri will take decades if not centuries, we may need to build a self-sustaining environment capable of supporting multiple generations of travelers. This means creating a habitat where crew members can live, work, and reproduce during the journey. Such ships will need to incorporate advanced life support systems that recycle air, water, and waste efficiently. Think about it. A closed-loop ecosystem that mimics Earth's biosphere, ensuring the crew has everything they need to thrive. This raises fascinating questions about how human societies will function in isolation, how cultures will evolve over generations, and what social structures will emerge on board. Of course, these technological advancements come with their own set of challenges. Developing reliable propulsion systems, life support technologies, and habitat designs requires extensive research and testing. For example, ensuring that our life support systems can handle the psychological stresses of isolation and confinement over long periods is paramount. We must also consider the potential for system failures and how the crew would respond to emergencies. Regular training and simulations will be essential to prepare them for such scenarios, but we also need to ensure redundancy in our systems. Think backup power sources and alternative life support methods. Communication presents another major challenge. At over 4 light-years away, communicating with Earth will not be instantaneous. Messages will take years to travel between the 2 points, meaning that the crew will need to rely on their training and decision-making skills, often without immediate support from mission control. This brings us to the question of autonomy. How much control should the crew have over critical decisions? Balancing the need for autonomy with the requirement for oversight will be crucial in ensuring both the safety and effectiveness of the mission. Additionally, we must address the issue of radiation exposure. Space is filled with cosmic rays and solar radiation, which pose significant health risks to astronauts on long missions. Innovative shielding techniques, such as using water or specialized materials, may help mitigate these risks, but more research is needed to develop effective solutions. Imagine a spacecraft with layers of protection that not only shield the crew, but also monitor radiation levels in real time, alerting them to potential hazards and ensuring their safety. As we prepare for this journey, we must also think about sustainability. The resources required for such a mission will be immense, from fuel to food supplies. Developing systems for resource recycling, including growing food on board, will be crucial. Advanced agricultural technologies like hydroponics and aeroponics can help us grow fresh produce in space, ensuring the crew maintains a healthy diet throughout the journey. Preparing for the journey to Alpha Centauri is a monumental task that requires us to rethink our approach to space travel. By embracing technological innovations and addressing the challenges head-on, we can pave the way for successful interstellar missions. The future of humanity in the cosmos hinges on our ability to innovate, collaborate, and learn from our experiences. As we stand on the brink of this new era of exploration, let's commit ourselves to pushing the boundaries of what's possible, ensuring that our journey into the stars is one of discovery, growth, and unity. As we venture further into the possibilities of our journey to Alpha Centauri, it's time to consider one of the most exciting aspects of interstellar exploration life on a colony world. What would it be like to establish a human presence on a distant planet or moon? The idea is both thrilling and complex, as it opens up a myriad of questions about adaptation, society, and sustainability. First, let's talk about the environment of a colony world. Depending on where we settle, the conditions could vary dramatically. For example, a planet in the Alpha Centauri system might have a surface that's very different from Earth's. It could be cold, rocky, or have a thin atmosphere. If we were to establish a colony on a planet with extreme weather or harsh conditions, we'd need to construct habitats that provide protection and comfort. These habitats might be built underground or covered with protective materials to shield us from radiation and temperature extremes. Imagine living in a cozy, self-sustaining dome, surrounded by the alien landscape outside, but with all the comforts of home inside: plants, air purification, and even artificial sunlight to mimic Earth's environment. One of the most intriguing aspects of life on a colony world is how we'll adapt both physically and socially. Humans are remarkably resilient and capable of adjusting to new environments, but this process can take time. Over generations, we might see physiological changes in our bodies due to different gravity, atmospheric pressure, or radiation levels. This could lead to a distinct evolution of the human species. Picture a future where colonists have evolved to thrive in lower gravity, perhaps developing longer limbs or different muscle structures to navigate their new home more efficiently. Socially, the dynamics within a colony would also be fascinating to explore. The initial settlers would likely form tight-knit communities bound by shared experiences and challenges. As more people arrive, we might witness the emergence of new cultures and traditions. How would isolation from Earth affect their sense of identity? Would they begin to see themselves as Martians, Alpha Centaurians, or something entirely new? The cultural evolution in these communities could be a rich tapestry of ideas, values, and practices shaped by their unique environment and experiences. Education and knowledge sharing would be critical for a successful colony. With limited resources and expertise available, establishing a strong educational framework would help the colony thrive. Imagine classrooms where children learn not just about Earth's history and science, but also about their new world, its geology, climate, and potential resources. Education would focus on practical skills, survival strategies, and scientific inquiry, encouraging young colonists to innovate and problem solve. Speaking of resources, sustainable practices will be vital for the survival of any colony. We can't rely on constant shipments from Earth, so we need to be self-sufficient. This could involve agriculture adapted to the new environment, utilizing hydroponics and aeroponics to grow food in controlled settings. What if we could genetically modify crops to thrive in alien soils or adapt to different light conditions? This could help ensure a stable food supply for the growing population. Moreover, community governance and decision-making processes will be key. How will the colonists establish rules and systems of governance in their new society? Will they adopt democratic principles from Earth, or will they develop a new system that reflects their unique experiences? These discussions would likely be vital as settlers grapple with issues such as resource allocation, conflict resolution, and community well-being. Finally, let's not forget the psychological aspect of living in a colony world. The isolation and distance from Earth could have profound effects on mental health. Maintaining a sense of connection to home would be essential. Perhaps we could implement regular communication with Earth, using the latest technology to share experiences, news, and personal messages. Cultural exchanges, even from afar, could help bridge the gap and keep the settlers connected to their roots. In conclusion, life on a colony world would be an exhilarating blend of challenges and opportunities. As we prepare for our journey to Alpha Centauri, we must consider not only the technological and practical aspects of colonization, but also the human experience itself. The future of humanity on other planets is not just about survival. It's about creating a vibrant, sustainable society that respects its new home while preserving the essence of what makes us human. This journey represents not just a leap into the cosmos, but a step towards a new chapter in our collective story.